Hey guys, B-Tier Plumbing here, and today I am here with my 2002 Kohler Santa Rosa Ingenium toilet. I don't think they actually called it the Ingenium, but this is basically a Santa Rosa that has the Ingenium style trapway. This toilet was given to me for free by a friend, the same person I got this Cato Berlin toilet from. They actually replaced this because it was clogged. They couldn't get it unclogged, and that's why there's a whole bunch of snake marks up in the trapway. Here's what was actually clogging it. It was some little Play-Doh toy. So I was able to get it out. And why am I hearing crying? Is there a cat locked somewhere? Oh, come here, kitty. I thought I heard you crying. You trying to be part of the video? Okay, so both of my cats are out here. They don't usually come outside, and I couldn't find him, and turns out he was just roaming around. But so back to the video. This is a 2002 Kohler Santa Rosa Ingenium toilet. That's what I just like to call it. But the reason it was replaced is, like I said, it had that Play-Doh toy stuck in there. So other than that, this toilet is actually in really nice shape, and I'm glad it has the lid. The seat was already broken, so I just went ahead and took it off. But it is a little bit dirty because it had been sitting in the yard for I don't know, maybe a few weeks. But once I get it cleaned up, this will make a really nice toilet. So, and I apologize if I sound a little funny. I do have a bit of a cold right now that it won't go away. So there's just a bunch of random numbers here in the tank, and then it says made in Mexico. And I don't need the refill tube in the overflow valve or the overflow tube on the flush valve, only because the toilet refills itself after the flush. And of course, here's the normal stickers you see in Kohlers where they put, like, say, don't put any tablets in there because it will destroy any of those rubber gaskets. The underside of the tank lid is pretty plain except for this sticker here, but that's just for like parts and stuff for inside the tank. So I go ahead and put this lid back on, and I will give y'all some flushes. Kind of have to be careful here as it is a little wet. I don't want it to slip, but here is a flush. And of course, because this is a one-piece toilet, the flush will be slightly weaker than normal just because the tank has sunken down just a little bit. But other than that, it doesn't really affect the performance as far as I know. Ingeniums are usually pretty good performers, so I'm assuming this will perform pretty well. But and like I had said too, actually I'm not 100% sure if I mentioned it, but this is the fill valve it came with. I took it out because it filled extremely slow and it never shut off. And then I just went ahead and threw this fluid master in here, which there used to be a yellow dot, but I colored it green, so I know it's the fast filling fill valve. But here is another flush. And just like all Ingeniums, it's got that weird little notch here that has a hole, and that's really just for the air to come out of when the toilet is flushed. So that way a whole bunch of air bubbles don't get pushed out the siphon jet and cause it to splash. This is a pretty nice toilet. This is something I wouldn't mind having installed. I don't think it would ever give us issues. Maybe every once in a while, but that's basically any toilet. It seems the flapper does leak just a tiny bit, but it's not the end of the world. So here's another flush, more of a close-up. And I apologize if y'all hear a bunch of background noise. It is raining for like the first time in forever, so, and it's all that rain is hitting like the metal, so you might hear some noises in the background. I do apologize. But I definitely like the design of this toilet too. It looks really, really nice. I don't know how much these were sold for when they were made, but I'm assuming it was probably somewhere between the $250 to maybe $350 range, which is a little expensive, but that's how much the new Santa Rosa costs. So here is another flush. Another thing I really love about these Ingenium style toilets is the how easy they can siphon. Like if I were to just take my hand, force some water in the trapway. Okay, it didn't siphon that time. Let's try this again, because sometimes these things will siphon so easy, or even with just a little bit of water. So I might try like a half flush and see if it'll siphon, but let's see if I can get it to siphon. So that's how easy it is to get these things to siphon. Let's go ahead and give it a flush with the low water level in the bowl. So even with the low water level, it'll siphon. Let me go ahead and take off the tank lid. It's hard to say some words with the stuffy nose, but let's flush it with the half full tank and see what it does. Not holding down the handle. So even on a half tank, it'll still siphon. And the flapper is actually really interesting too. There's that big, like, triangular notch on the top. So when you flush it, it hits this part of the flush valve. Will it siphon? It will. So this piece actually hits the flush valve and keeps the flapper at a certain height to make sure it closes the same time, I guess. Hopefully that makes some sense. I don't know, but most flappers don't have that, so the flapper can just come all the way open. But I'm assuming that helps keep it at a certain level, so it only uses a certain amount of water. But here is another flush. So overall, in my opinion, not a bad toilet. Like I said, this is something I wouldn't mind having in my bathroom, and I definitely like the look of it. So I don't know when I'll do performance tests, but I eventually will get to it. So yeah, really hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, subscribe, leave all y'all's comments down below, and I will see y'all in my next video. Bye.